Today is our first podcast in 2024, talking all things Indian Hill Braves with AD Brian Phelps. Brian, how are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks, Rob.
Happy New Year. I guess I think Larry David said we can't say Happy New Year anymore. That day's passed, but we'll squeeze it in anyway.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Hopefully got a chance to recharge and ready to wrap up the winter season before spring gets here. Believe it or not, it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, it's amazing that we're already halfway through the winter season.
It's crazy. Hey, a little overview of the sports over Christmas, and then what they've got going on this week. Boys basketball took a trip out west, and I know I saw one of Coach's posts on social media that he wouldn't change it again, going against that tough competition because it'll only make the team better. And then a couple of hard fought CHL matches here recently. Teams just going through a tough spurt, but I'm sure they'll come out on the other side much better as a team.
Yeah, both our boys and girls team. Our girls went down to Naples, went 2-1. Boys played in a top division out in California and had some of the best competition that they could schedule in the country. And we'll see how we come out of that. Hopefully that we can look back on that experience and know that, hey, we played teams much better than this, and we competed, and that's what we wanted. One of the games got a little out of control score wise, but 3 games were very competitive. Came back home, played Wyoming and St. X, two more of the top teams on our schedule. So hopefully that all catapults us both for the boys and girls into a great rest of the winter season.
Yep, no question. And then this week for the boys, 2 more CHL matchups. Hosting both of them, Taylor on Tuesday, and then hosting Marymount on Friday, which will be a good one. So jumping right back into it.
Yep, there's a lot of parity in the league on the boys and girls basketball side. Should be a lot of fun. Friday night is a little bit different than we normally do. We actually have JV girls at 4:30 on Friday, our varsity girls at 6 o'clock on Friday, and then we'll play our varsity boys at 7:30, and then freshmen and JV will play here versus Marymount on Thursday. But we're gonna have a little girl and boy action basketball Friday night. Should be a lot of fun with our friends down the hill at Marymount.
That's great for the girls to get in front of a big crowd and be a part of playing on a Friday night. That's really awesome.
Well, we're always looking for more opportunities to highlight our programs, highlight our girls programs in particular. Look for some of those marquee kind of times. So that it's the right thing to do, and I think it'll be a good experience for everybody.
For the girls' side, they traveled to Norwood tonight, and then, like you mentioned, Marymount on Friday, and then Saturday they'll travel to Deer Park for a Saturday CHL match. So a busy week for the girls.
Yeah, busy week, and after the end of this week, we hope that we stay up top towards the the driver's seat of the CHL and keep plugging along.
Yeah, sounds great. Let's jump in the pool. Now that they've been tapering through December, it's time to get ready for the Coaches Classics and the sectionals and all the invitationals. It's go time for swimming.
Yep, starts to heat up for both our swimming and diving programs. I know our divers competed at West Claremont this past weekend. You mentioned Coaches Classic, which I believe is still the largest meet in the country. Really is ran well across different sites, around the city. So that always feels like, to me, now the season really is in full swing, and we're getting ready for postseason time.
As an administrator, isn't it amazing? Don't you marvel at the success of the Coaches Classic at swimming, how they pull that off each year with the different pools, the timers, the officials? I'm amazed by that event, and it's still the largest swimming event in the country.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have some people that know what they're doing, really. This is a product of it's been going on a long time. They're not reinventing the wheel. We have some great facilities that we use. So this is a product of, it's not our first rodeo kind of thing, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, no question. Best of luck on that. Let's go to the mat. Let's talk wrestling. Another thing, a lot of duels in December, but it's invitational time in January, February, getting ready for the tournament. Let's talk wrestling.
Yeah, just finished up the Bob Kearns tournament at Madeira Friday and Saturday, and our middle schoolers were at Harrison this weekend. Some great results for both our middle school and high school program. And I was talking to Nate Iger, our program director, and these matches are important, but kind of like swimming, these are just all tune up, get some experience under your belt. Leading into towards the end of the season. I think about some of our top wrestlers. We have top wrestlers really in every age group, but some of the kids we're really excited about for the future are freshmen and sophomores. So matches like this is so important for them to get ready for their first experience sometimes, within the OHSA tournament and the CHL tournament.
I'm going to show my age. Bob Kearns was actually my phys ed teacher when I was at Madeira, so I'm showing my age.
It was a very well-run tournament. Joe Kimling at Madeira does a great job, and we were thankful to be able to participate.
Yeah, that's outstanding. That's been a long running tournament that's been very successful. So let's go to the lanes. Let's talk bowling, and time to heat it up and get ready for almost tournament time. We got to wrap up the regular season, but go time for bowling.
Yeah, they'll get back at it here, and as we've mentioned before, we're lucky to have healthy numbers in our girls and boys bowling program, and that program is just going to continue to grow, and we'll see how we finish out the regular season heading into the tournament.
Yeah, good luck to them as that progresses. And then I know your gymnast competes with Cincinnati Country Day. I know they had a big meet recently. Let's wrap up this week's show talking gymnastics.
Yep, I was at a Cincinnati Country Day yesterday, Sunday, at the Invitational, and got to see Samantha Rosakis perform. And it's great to have a student athlete specialize in something that isn't as popular for a lot of our kids and programs, and just to see the strength and the grace and the talent that it takes to do what those kids do. It really is amazing when they're on the bars, and I still call it the horse, but the vault and the floor routines and the beam. And so I was lucky to be able to get to spend a couple hours over at Country Day yesterday, and our indoor track team was up at Wittenberg, which is one of the premier locations. They have an unbelievable inside track and field at the Steamer, so that was a lot of fun. They'll head up to Ohio State this weekend. So yeah, we're in full swing. A lot going on for winter sports right now.
Yeah, that's exciting. Best of luck to all the Braves in the winter season. We're going to take next week's show off because of the holiday, and then we'll get back. And I think we do 4 straight weeks, Brian, of shows, keeping everybody up to date with everything Braves. Have a great week. Glad to have everybody back, and thanks for your time. And we'll touch base in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Rob, and go Braves.